Good evening, Miami. Good evening, United States of the world. My name is Orlando Valido, or Pimpoli, or Oli Valido that they call me too. Tonight I'm going to bring you another country music artist from 1960, actually from 1961, and his name is Toby Keith. Toby Keith. And here comes his first picture for you guys. Nice picture. It's not a full headshot, but it's a full mid-shot, I would say. Beautiful hat too, I like it. And let's get here with his autobiography, Toby Keith Cobo, C-O-B-O, was born July 8, 1961, non-professional as Toby Keith. He is an American country music singer, songwriter, actor, record producer. He released his first full studio album in 1993, Toby Keith. 1994, Boomtown. 1996, Blue Moon, and 1997, Dreamwalking, plus a greater hit package for various divisions of the Mercury record before leaving Mercury in 1998. This album has earned him gold or higher certification, produced several top 10 singles, including his debut Shouldn't Have Been a Cowboy, which topped the 10 country chart and was the most played country song of the 1990s, and the song has received 3 million spins since its release, according to Broadcast Music Incorporated. Signed with DreamWorks Records in Nashville, Tennessee in 1998, Keith released his breakthrough single, How Do You Like Me? How Do You Like Me Now? Yes, How Do You Like Me Now? Which is a great title. I like it. In the late 1999, it was and the soundtrack to his 1999 album of the same name was a number 1 country song in 2000, won several chart toppers during the 10 year of DreamWorks in Nashville, Tennessee. His next 3 albums, For My Chains Unleashed, Shaking Jaw, yeah, and produced 3 more. One each of our albums was certified 4-time platinum. As the second greatest hit, package followed in 2004 after the release of a honky tonk university. When DreamWorks closed in 2005, Keith founded the label Show Dog, Nashville, Tennessee. A label called Show Dog, which merged with Universal South Record and become Show Dog Universal Music in December of 2009. He was released a studio through the Show Dog Universal 2006 White Trash with Money, 2007 Big Daddy, 2008 They Don't Make Me a Bad Guy, 2009 American Ride, 2010 Bullet in the Gun, 2011 Clancy Travin, C-O-A-N-C-Y, Tavern, 2012, Hop on the Rock. 2013, Drink After Work. Drink After Work in 2013. 2015, 35 Miles Down. 35 Miles Down. That was 2015. 2017, The Bass Song. And 2021, Petrol in My Pocket, as well as the completion of the 35 big hit in 2008. Kid also made his acting debut in 2006, starring in the film Broken Bridges, which was a good movie. I like it. And co-starred with comedian Ronnie Carrington, Carrington, and the 2008 film Beer for My Horses. Beer for My Horses, wow. I didn't know the horses drink beer. I guess they do. I guess they do. Yeah. I was inspired by the song of the same name. Wow. Okay. Kid has released the 19th studio album, 2 Christmas albums, 5 completion albums, totaling a worldwide sale over 40 million albums. He has started 61 singles on the Billboard Hot Country Song on the charts, including 20 number 1 hits and 22 additional top 10 hits, and the longest lasting number 1 hit, Be All My Horses. Yeah, in 2006 or 2003, I mean, do with Willie Nelson. Ah, that's good. As good as one was. As good as once was. That was the 2005, and 6 weeks each, Kid was awarded a National Medal Arts by President Donald Trump in the close ceremony alongside Rick Skaggs, Skaggs, on January 13, 2021. Wow. You imagine a horse being drunk on the street or riding? It would knock you down or you will fall with him. I can imagine that. Just think about it for a second. Okay, here we go with content of the life, music career, 2.1, 1993, 1995, Toby Keith and Boomtown, 2.2, 1996, 1998, Blue Moon, Dreamwalking, and the Greatest Hit Volume number 1. Volume number 1, Kiss Me For My Cough, 1999, 2002, How Do You Like Me Now, on Pro Machine, 2.4, 2002, 2004, Only Stacking R, 2.5, 2005, To the Person, After Doing Works, 3 acting career, 3.1 television appearance, 3.2 acting, 4 business venture, 5 political benefit or belief. Political belief. I want to see that. That's going to be interesting. 5.1, Constitution of Red, White, and Blue. 5.2, Fed up with the district check. 5.3 Donald Trump. 6 Personal Life. 6.1 Philosophy. 7 Tour. 8 Demographics. 8.1 to the album. And then 8.2 Completion. 8.3 Christmas Song. 8.4 Number 1 Single. 9 Filmography. 10 external reference. And then external link. Okay, here we go with early life. Kids were born in Clinton, Oklahoma, to Caroline Joanne and Nevas and Robert K. Koval Jr., who was a sister and a brother. So he had a sister and a brother, and the family lived first met at Arkansas for a few years, and Kid was at grade school, but moved to Moore, Oklahoma, in the suburbs of Oklahoma City, where he was still young before the family moved to Monroe, More, and he visited his grandmother and first met during the summer. His grandmother owned a Billy Gunner Super Club and first met, where Kid became interested in the musician who came there to play. He did the odd job around the Super Club and started getting up on the bandstand to play with the band. He got the first guitar at the age of 8 years old, just like my nephew. After family moved to Morrow, Kent attended Highland West Junior High and Morrow High School, where he played at the Spencers and football team. In the football team, so he played defensive. And Kid graduated from Moore High School and worked as a Derek and the audio field. In the audio field, he worked his way up to become an operation manager. When Kid was 20, he had his friend Clyde Webb, Katie Corey, David Georgie, Wall, and Danny Smith, with a few others formed the East Money Band. The Easy Money Band, yeah. Let me see, hold on. Yeah, the Easy Money Band. Excuse me for that. But it's like my light didn't want to let me see here. And then we should play in a local boy and continue to work in the audio industry. At the time, he would have had to leave the middle of a concert. He was paid to work in the audio field. Oh my God. That's what a responsibility he had. More to the audio field than being a singer after he began. So those things happen. Sometimes something important, not important, something important that is that way, but I guess he has to be, he was a manager, so he got a big responsibility there on the audio field. I can't blame him. I can't blame him for him to leave in the middle of the show when they paid him to go back to the audio field. In those stages, when you are a beginning country singer or any type of singer, and Your first job is your first job, which will bring you more money to eat, put food on the table. It's more important than being a musician, being a singer for the meantime. For the meantime, until you be famous, until you turn famous, yeah. And that's what happened here, as you can see. Okay. Then, in 1982, the audio industry in Oklahoma began to rapid decline, and Kid soon found himself unemployed. There you go. He fell back into football training and play at the Spencer at the end with a semi-pro Oklahoma driller, which he continued to perform with his band. The driller was an unofficial farm club in the United States Football League in Oklahoma Outlaws, and Kid tried out for the Outlaws but did not make it the team. Then he returned to focus once again on music. His family and friends were doubtful that he would be successful, so the friends and family they doubted that he would become successful at it. But in 1994, Easy Money banned on various band members, including Mike Bonner, T.A. Bowie, B.R.A.U.E.R., and David Sellers began playing honky tonk circles in Oklahoma and Texas. Very interesting. Okay. Then, in the early 1990s, he went to Nashville, Tennessee, where he hugged out to Bucks, B-U-S-H-K-E-A-D, a music role, and played for Hound Dog and distributed a copy of the demo tape. The band had made of many record companies in the city, and there was no interest by any of the record labels, and Kid returned home feeling depressed. He had promised himself and God to leave a recording contract by the time he was 30 years old, or give up the music as a career. A flight attendant found he gave a copy to Kid demo tape to Arnold Sheg, that would spell his last name S-H-E-D-D, a Mercury record, and the executive of the label while he was driving on a flight and she was working. She enjoyed what he heard, or when Kid performed live, he sent him to the record contract with Mercury. Wow, what a story. In 1993, 1994, Toby Keith and Boomtown. Kid's debut single Should Have Been a Cowboy was the number one on the U.S. Billboard Hot Country Song chart in 1993. It reached the number 93 on the Billboard Hot 100, and the song led to his self-titled debut album. By the end of the decade, Should Have Been a Cowboy received more than 3 million spins at the radio, through the making of the most played country song of the 1990s, and certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America RIAA for shipment of 1 million copies, and the album was produced 3 more times per hit and the country charts where he didn't was missing. He and was missing. And number 5, a little less talk and a lot more action. Again, a little less talk and a lot more action, original by the B-side, and should have been a cowboy, on which I didn't know now. That was another one. Both at number 2, Stephen Thomas, Erwin of Music wrote at the album. He gave a production at the too big, clean, glossy covers for kid good. And the first outsider and the sound of a 90 radio, but did not outside the talent, but beneath the sheen of the song are very strong. He also saw that he showed the sign of the title that kid would develop subsequently in the album. And the album success led to Kid touring with a label mate, Shania Twain, and John Brentman, Brannen. Kid and Twain also appeared on the Tracy Lawrence music video for My Second Home in 1993. Kid signed with the Polydor Record, Polydor, in Nashville, Tennessee, and released his second album, Boomtown, in September 1994. Also certified, this album was led by of my number 1 single, Who That Man. After that, Upstairs Downtown. You Ain't Much Fun. Followed by that, both made the top 10 with a big old truck. Picked at number 15. By the late 1995, he released his first Christmas album, Christmas to Christmas. Great title. Via McCoy composed by entire original song, and the album's one side, the entry of Santa and Right Here, which reached as high as number 50 based on the Christmas airplay. 1993, 1994, Blue Moon, Dream Walking, and the greatest hit, Volume 1. Kid signed with the short-lived Nashville division of AEM Records to release the third album, Blue Moon, on April 1996. The album received a platinum certification and produced 3 singles. The first single, Does the Blue Moon Ever Shine on You? Again, Does the Blue Moon Ever Shine on You? Which the Kid wrote in 1987 and picked at number 2, following Where a Woman Touch at the number 6, and Me Too, which would become his third number 1 hit. In March 1997, Kid also appeared on the Beach Boys' Not Our Offspring. In 1996, album Star Stripe, volume number 1, performer cover of their 1963 Be True to Your Score, with the Beach Boys, dancer providing the harmony and the backing vocal. Following the corporate merger, Keith returned to Mercury in 1997. His first studio album, Dream Walking, was also first produced by James Stroud, Stroud, who also served as Keith's co-producer until 2005. He produced two consecutive number one hits with the We Were in Love, of the cover song Teen. In 1996, single So Happy I Can't Stop Crying. I'm so happy I can't stop crying. Wow, what a title. Sting also sang a dual vocal with a play at the bass guitar on it, and the two also performed the song at the 1997 Country Music Association Award. After the song and the album title track, of which the number 5 was a double, while Paradise picked at number 40. Kid Lat Mercury release was Great Hit Volume 1 on October 1998, and the album includes 12 hits prior singles and the two new songs, Country Rap, Get Your Some, and If a Man Answer. Both were released as a single with the Get and Some reaching at the top 20, but If My Answer became the first single to miss that top 40. According to Keith, these two songs were original to be put on the studio album, but Mercury Executive dissatisfied with the album, and Keith had made to choose to put the two songs in the greatest hit package and asked him to go work on another album. After he recorded the two more songs with the label also rejected it, he asked to terminate his contract with the label. After accident, the Mercury Keith co-wrote Change Manor debut single Slave to the Habit with Chuck Cannon. Chuck Cannon. Cannon. And Costas. In 1999, 2002, How Do You Like Me Now? I Put My Change. In 1999, Kid moved to DreamWorks record label in Nashville division of which Stroud, Stroud, served as the president. His first release for the label was When Love Fades. We also failed to make the top 40. Upon seeing that single poor performance, Kid requested that he be withdrawn and replaced with How Do You Like Me Now? A song which he wrote with Chuck Cannon, and which had previously been turned down from Mercury. He also served as the title to his first DreamWorks album, How Do You Like Me Now? The song spent 5 weeks at number 1 on the country charts. You see, Mercury was wrong. That's what happens sometimes. And it becomes the first top 40 pop hit, of which the number 31 pick At the Hot 100, I was also a top country song 2000 according to the Billboard year-end search. The album was certified as platinum and produced a 5 hits on the country Come to Town and another Yeah Country Come to Town and another number one You Shouldn't Kiss Me Like This. It was the first album to feature songs co-written by Cuddy Emberwick, who also would be frequent collaborator with Kid for the next several albums. Steve Huey wrote that his album had a rough, brash attitude and helped give Kid a strong identity as a performer. In 2001, Kid won the Academy of Country Music Top Male Vocalist Album of the Year award. Make me hear wrong. You were wrong and you are wrong. And that's what happened to some of the record labels. Sometimes they think they're right, and they ain't right. Sometimes, yeah, it happens. Following this album, Put My Change, released in August 2001. The album's 3 singles are just thinking about you tonight. I just talking about tonight. I want to talk about me. My list. I all went number one on the country charts with the later two both holding the position for 5 weeks. I want to talk about me, written by Bobby Braddock, Braddock, all displayed as a country rap, influenced with the spoken word or lyric. The Country Music Association named by my list a single of the year in 2002, and put the chain and Wine of music wrote, this is the biggest and better record that is possessor and possessing reaches the musical and more confident sense of humor. I agree. In 2002-2004, Unleashed and Shaking All. In 2002, he released the only release album, which include 4 singles. First was courtesy of the Red and White Blue and the Angry American, which a kid wrote in 20 minutes, response to the September 11, 2001 attack, and the song referenced Kid's father, a United States Army veteran who died in March in a car accident. Both of this song and Who You Daddy were number one hit with the Rock You Baby, which is number 13, and the last single was a Beer for My Horse. Beer for My Horse. A duo with Willie Nelson, which has been 6 weeks at the top of the country charts at the time. It was also Kid higher entry on the Hot 100. At number 22, in July 2003, Kid made his guest appearance on the Cuddy Emberwick debut single I Can't Take You Anywhere, which was previously recorded by Kid on Poor Machine. American version of the song was his only top 40 country hit at number 27. Shocking all, his eighth studio album was released on November 2003, and the album title has spawned on a military term. Shotgun OE, AWE, it became his second album which is all single went to number one. I Love This Boy, American Soldier, Whiskey Girl, also on the date where the Taliban song Weed with Woody, and two live songs recorded with Emmerich, and the album followed in the late 2004 by the greatest hit number 2, which includes a new song, Stay in Mexico, Go With Her, and the cover N.S. Charlie Fox, INEC, and Silver Charlie, FOSS, Mockingbird, yes, and recorded at the duo with Dollar Quista Kid. Say the Mexico was a number 3 hit on the countryside, while Mockingbird peaked at number 27. Okay. Kid Banner DreamWorks album was Honky Tonk University in early 2005, a let-off single of the Honky Tonk U. It peaked at number 8, followed by As Good As Once Was, Good As I Once Was, which spent 6 weeks at number 1, and a Big Blue Note at the number 5. After the release, later DreamWorks recorded ceased its operation. 2005 to the present after DreamWorks. On August 31, 2005, Kid founded a new label, Sir Dog Nashville, and the first release was in 2006, and the album White Trash with Money, followed by the soundtrack to the Broken Bridge, also abandoned STRUD as a co-producer in favor of Canon wife Larry White. And the album includes 3 singles: Get Drunk, Be Somebody, A Little Too Late, Quiet Here Tonight, Big Dog Daddy, followed by 2007 with Kid serving as sub-producer of the single with High Maintenance Woman, Love Me If You Can, Get My Drink On, Love Me If You Can, become Kid's first number 1 hit since As Good As I Once Was, more than 2 years prior, at the 2-disc Christmas album Classic Christmas, followed by the late 2007. 2008, Kid completed his bigger ballet tour. On May 6, 2008, he released a 35 bigger hits to date completion featuring mostly single to date as a new song, She's a Hurry, a hat, which peaked at number 13. Kid released She Never Cried in Front of Me, which won at number 1 in 2008, and corresponding the album Don't Make Me a Bad Guy, that Don't Make Me a Bad Guy, followed by October 28, 2008, was followed by God Love Her, also number 1 hit Lost Your Way, American Way. 2009, and produced another number one as the title track. It was followed by the top 10 hit Crying for Me, Which Man Song, a tribute to a baseball player and jazz bassist Wayman Tisdale, Tisdale. Give me a second here, guys. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. So give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let me get back over here. Okay. Let me shut down this. Hold on a minute. Okay, in 2005, after doing work on August 31, 2005, Keith founded a new label song. Hold on a second. I had to screw this down because I already read that. So he calmed the second statement. Keith released She Never Cried for Me, which is when number one corresponding to the bad guy. No, I already read that too. You see, I just went away for a second and I didn't pull down the screen. Okay, I didn't scroll down. That's what happened. Okay. Then on October 25th, 2011, Classic Tavern will release an album include the single Made in America, written by Kid alongside with Bobby Brisson and Scott Review, which went into number one following Red Solo Cup, which had previously made into a music video which would become popular upon the single Red Solo Cup and become Toby Keith best speaking crossover, reaching the number 15 on the Hot 100. The album's final single was Be It Go at number 6 in 2012. And December 2011, Keith was named as the Audio of the Decade by the American Country Music Award. Keith's 16th album, Hope on the Rock, was released in late 2012 and produced two singles, both which are top 20 hits. I Like a Girl That Drink Beer. Yeah, which at number 2017 and the trial track peak at number 18. In the mid-2013, he entered a chart with Drink After Work, the first single for his 17th album trial, Drink After Work, and the album's second single, Shut Up and Hold On. Yeah, Shut Up and Hold On. That's great title, I love it. And then, on October 2014, Kid released Drunk American. And that's the single from his 18th to the album 35 Mile Town on April 15, 2015. Kid released 35 Mile Town album track as the second single in 2015. It was also introduced to the Songwriter Hall of Fame in September 2017. He released a completion album, The Bass Song, BUS, The Bass Song. The album contained 12 songs, 2 new 5 recorded and 5 previously released songs. The new song, the album, are CD Golfer, Rocky Tabassi, Tobaccy. In the USS Bass Song, topped the Billboard Country Music Album charts for 11 weeks. Also reached number 6 on the top album charts at 38 on the Billboard 200 charts. 2021 Kids feature Bosley Gilbert, single The Words of the Country Song All Time with Hardy. Okay, here we go with another part that I really like because I like to be one too, even if I didn't ever made acting career, which I love acting too. Television appearance. Kids performed a series of television advertisements for the Telecom USA and the company discount long-distance telephone service 1010-220. He also starred in Ford commercials, single original songs such as Ford Truck Man and Field Trip. Look again while you're driving a Ford truck. Kids, I like to stop here for a minute. I love Ford, but I love more Chevrolet. Why? Because I think it's better. They last longer, I think. Kid made an appearance in total non-stop action wrestling, NWA, TNA, Wicked pay-per-view on June 19, 2002, where he's player of the casualty of the red, white, and blue, was interrupted by Jeff Jarrett, who will later enter the calling for the gold and the main event. Supplanting Jarrett is Jarrett and eliminated him from the match. A short video of the subplot seen a clip of the package when he goes on stage and appears the next week on June 26. Hall defeat Jerry in the single action wrestling, I would say. In 2009, Kate participated in the Comedy Central Roast Larry Cable Guy, which aired on March 14, 2009. March 2009. King received a cover bump where he appeared on the Comedy Central cover report. He held the distinction of being the only musical artist to have received 5 stars from 7 TV covers on iTunes, and Kate further a connection with appear on the cover 2008 Christmas special. As a haunted kid, also made appear on musical guest on October 27, 2011 episode of the Cover Report. On October 29, 2011, Kid appeared on Fox Channel Huckabee with the former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee. He played Bully in the Gun, and he joined with Huckabee host band to play the song at the end of the show. In December 2018, Kid appeared as a guest Daisy Lane, My Hometown Christmas. Daisy, D-A-R-C-I, Lane, L-Y-N-N-E. Acting in an auditum of 2005 film Broken Bridges, where he carried Burnett and Jeff Gotterfield. That was spelled Gotterfield, directed by Steven Gorman. The feature film of Paramount CMT film was released on September 8, 2006. Contemporary story set a small town in Tennessee and played Bo Price, a washer-up as a country musician. The music also starred Kelly Preston, Bo Reynolds, Ted Harper, and Lindsay Hurst, H-A-U-N, Lindsay. Kid Wood and starred in 2008 a movie Beer for My Horses, which is based on 2003. His song of the same name and recorded by Kid and Willie Nelson. He also sat on set of the star of Blueworth on the film Bloodworth. Excuse me for that. Bloodworth was the name of the film, but the lady dropped out. But then he dropped out of it. I wonder what happened. Business venture for venue. 2005 opened Toby Keith I Love This Boy in Greer, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and was headquartered in New York, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and now also a restaurant in Trackerville, Trackerville, Oklahoma, Auburn Hill, Michigan, Kansas City, Las Vegas, Mesa, Arizona, Peoria, Arizona, Street Louis Park, Minnesota, Farborough, Massachusetts, Cincinnati, Ohio, Newport News, Virginia, Denver, Colorado. Kid does not actually own the new restaurant. The new restaurant is the first franchise on the Scottsdale, Arizona based Capri Restaurant Group Enterprise, LLC, which pushed the master license agreement to build more Toby Keith restaurants nationwide. Capri Restaurant Group is owned by Frank Capri, who opened the restaurant in Mesa shopping center known as Mesa Riverview. In planning opening multiple locations across the country. So they use Toby Keith as a name for the restaurant. That's what they did. I wonder how much he got from that, from the royalty to use his name. I just wonder. 2009, Capri Restaurant Group announced they will open another Lost Bar Grill location in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Southside World Shopping Center Entertainment District. 2009, Kid also establishes a line clothing TK Tillman. Good for you. February 2010 marked the opening of the Kid I Love This Bar Grill in the Windstar World Casino. At its number one Interstate 35 Oklahoma location, opening in 2010. The Capri Restaurant Group includes this Great Lake Crossing album here in Michigan, at the shop 1 Street, Louis Park, Minnesota, both which closed in 2015. 2011 introduced the new drink name Wild Shot as the first only available in Mexico, but now sold and served in America. It is featured a drink in a restaurant chain. I love this bar grill. Kid music career on various business venues and made him one of the wealthiest celebrities in the United States. The only 2013 edition Forbes magazine featured Kid on the cover with the caption contributed 500 million man. 500 million man. The article titled Cowboy Capitalist by Zach O'Malley and Greenbush also contained information regarding Katie earning as a musician over the course of his career, such as earning of $65 million in the past 12 months, which is surpassed to any of the even more well-known musicians such as Jay-Z and beyond, and he hasn't earned less than $48 million a year over the past 5 years. Give me a minute. Let my stomach do the work here a little bit. So my food go down. And you say just that. Kid has written at least one country single over the past 20-year partnership between his label Show Dog Universal Big Machine Records, which he also founded in 2005. Political belief. This is going to be interesting. I like to see what side that he is, left or right, which is, I think, he's going to be right. Since 2002, he has made numerous trips to the Middle East to perform serving the U.S. military by the father was a soldier. He saw his kid to respect the veteran and kid the respect and the thank you for the military place and ready to defend our nation's freedom. In 2004, Keith called himself conservative Democrat who sometimes embarrassed for his party. He endorsed the re-election of President George W. Bush in 2004 presidential election and performed a data tester rally that night before the election. Keith also endorsed Democrat Dan Warren and his successor won Oklahoma's second congressional district as a good friend with former Democratic New Mexico Governor Bo Richardson, which is no more. In January 2007, interview with Newsday, Keith was asked why he supported the Iraq War. He responded, never did, and he said, favor setting at the time limit to campaign. Also said, I don't apologize for being patriotic. A patriot. I mean, I don't apologize for being a patriot. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a little hard for me to say. If there is something totally incorrect about being a patriot and supporting troops, they can't kiss my ass. And because I'm not going to vote on the all and has nothing to do with politics. Politics is what killing Americans. I agree completely 100%. Politics or politicians are killing our country. That's for sure. And I can see it clearly. In April 2008, Keith said Barack Obama looked like a great speaker and great leader, and I think I can learn when you feed there, so I don't hold people who are responsible not having a whole bunch of political background in the House and the Senate. He remarked, continue, I think John McCain is a great option too. In August 2008, he called Obama the best Democratic candidate we have since Bill Clinton. I think he was wrong there, but he had the right to believe that. And now we all know what it is. In October 2008, Keith told CMD that he had left the Democratic Party and had registered as independent. My party I've been affiliated with for this year doesn't stand for anything that I stand for anymore, he said. I lost my sensibility, the heart, and they allow all the darkness in. So I'm going independent. He also told the CMD that he would like to vote for the Republican ticket party because the admiration for Sarah Palin at that time. At that time in 2008, 2007, yeah. I wonder what he thinks now. The March says 2009 Keith received Johnny Mike Pan, SPANN, Memorial Temple award during a New York ceremony held by Marine Corps Law Enforcement Foundation, and the trophy is named for the CIA operator of the former Marine Corps captain who was the first U.S. casualty in the war in Afghanistan and spending time with our soldiers around the world, sometimes always regarded as a privilege and honor. He said, I'm certainly happy to accept this award, but I don't forget for the second who really doing the heavy lifting to keep our country safe. And that is why I keep going back and spending time to those good folk every chance that I get. Yeah, every chance that you get, you should support them and go cheering for them because American veteran should be number one, not the way they live now, on the street, unattended. It made me sad too. It does, it made me sad. In April 2009, voiced support for Obama on Afghanistan. All the decisions he hired one of the best friends. I think it should be one for president someday. Lim Jane Jones, a national security advisor, sending troops to Afghanistan half the way there and seeing some very good middle-range staff and giving our commander-in-chief a chance before start grabbing so far a cool with it. Yeah. Quantity of red, white, and blue. Here we go with that. I must say that I'm a patriot too. In my heart, in my feeling, I'm a patriot. And I love American veterans. And I love those who fight for us to keep our freedom the way it is and the way that I see it right now on the dangers to collapse. I hope it will collapse. I hope it will continue on, and I think we will. Yeah. On March 21st, 2001, Kid father H.K. Cooper was killed in a car accident that ended in September 11 attack. 2001 prompted the kid to write the song Quantity of the Red, White, and Blue, song about his father's patriotism and faith in the United States, originally intended only for live show. According to Kid, following the performance for the military leadership, commander of the Marine Corps, James L. Jones, told Kid it was his duty as an American citizen to record the song and let the single for the album was released in 2002, courtesy of the White, Blue, and Pink, and number one on the July 20, 2002 Billboard Hot Country Song chart. ABC invited Kid to perform in 2002 first July concert of a production. According to Kid, it was rap from the show of a host Petey Jenny heard the song Custody of the Red, White, and Blue. Yeah, they are Democrats. Or in the ABC, we know that. Objected Kid was a fully quote saying, eating the Canadian. I bet Dan Ryder would keep me off his show. Dan Ryder responded, started it. I am not going to be hypocrite. You wouldn't want me to. I like Peter. He's a good guy on ABC. However, he started he was the network that did not want to begin the show with the angry song. Jenny later started it or stated it that while his situation was regrettable, opening the show with a song probably wouldn't set the right tone. Yeah, you're liberal at the time. That's why I want to be on the right side, never on the left. Especially with this check, Kid had a public feud with the district check over the song Custody of the Red, White, and Blue in 2002 were overcoming the ban about President George W. Bush on stage during a concert in London. Yeah, in London in March 2003. Led to the singer Dizzy Check and Natalie Marine publicly stated the Kid's song was ignorant and made the country music sound ignorant, and Kid responded by displaying a backdrop on the country showing a doctoral photo of the Marine and Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein. On May 21, 2003, Marine wore t-shirts with letter FQTK on the showing the doctoral photo of the Marine in front of the Academy of Country Music Award. While a spokesperson for the district check and the outcome stood for Friends United with Truth and Kindness, many including the host of a band girl stood to be shot at the Kid. Fuck you, Toby Keith. Yeah. They don't know what they're talking about. In October 2004, appearing in the real time with Bill Marsh, Marine finally confessed that was indeed shot a Kid and she said that nobody would get it. That nobody would get it. In August 2003, Kid's representation policy declared it was done feuding with the Marine because he realized there are far more important things to concentrate on. Kid was referring specifically to the terminal illness of the former barmaid Dr. Alison Faith Webb. However, he continued to refuse to say the Marine name and claim that Dr. photo was intended to express his opinion that Marine criticism was an attempt to question free speech. Well, On August 2003, kid representation bulletin declared was fueling the Marine, as I said. Let me read here. I just pulled the term one. Again, story about that guy. But here you go with the next line. On April 2008, commercial spot to promote our goal week campaign involving both Kid and Dixie Shake was proposed. However, the idea was eventually abandoned due to the schedule conflict. Here we go with Donna J. Tom. Okay, and this is going to be interesting. Donna J. Tom, on January 19, 2017, Toby Keith performed at the pre-inaugural Make America Great Again on Welcome celebration held in the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. A celebration beginning at the President of Donald J. Trump and Keith thanked ongoing President Barack Obama for his service and thanked President-elect Trump, Donald J. Trump. At the start of the celebration, Keith played several patriotic songs, including American Soldier, Made in America, Beer for My Horses, and the Custody of the Red, White, and Blue. On January 13, 2021, it was reported the Keith had been awarded a National Medal of Arts by President Donald J. Trump, and the awards were given a close ceremony alongside a fellow country musician, Rick Shack, S-K-A-G-G-S. Very good. I'm getting a little bit tired, but I'm determined to finish this up in a little bit. Kid has honorary degree from Villanova University, which attended from 1979 to 1980. He planned to be a petroleum engineer. So he planned to be a petroleum engineer. The music fell. That's good. And avoid University of Oklahoma sport fan. Kid often seen an Oklahoma Sooner game practice. He also a fan of the professional wrestling and been seen a fan of a number of WWE shows that take place in Oklahoma, as well as performing custody, the Red, White, and Blue, and the Angry American. I lived at the first TNA Wrestling, a show on June 19, 2002. He also a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers football team. He is a free will Baptist. That's good. A Baptist. On March 24, 1984, he married Tricia Lucas, Lucus. Her father, 3 children, and 2 daughters, Sherry Koval, Roland, born in 1980, and adopted a kid in 1984. And Krista Kid, Lon Koval Saunders, born in September 30, 1985, and signed a contract with Sherdog Universal in 2013. One of his sons, Dylan Keith, Steren Keith, born in 1997, also have 4 grandchildren. On March 24, 2001, his father was killed in a car accident in Interstate 35 on December 25, 2007, while on Christmas. The Cooper family was awarded $2.8 million, or roughly that of H.K. Cooper area Pedro Rodriguez, operator of the Rodriguez Transport of Tulsa, Arizona Republic, was the insurance company was found liable. They failed to equip the charter bus with properly working air brakes. That's why I did it. And June 2022, Keith announced that he had been diagnosed with stomach cancer. At the end of about a year, having undergone chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery for the past 6 months. In December 2022, in a press release, Keith said that his battle with cancer are pretty debilitating. DBILLTATING philanthropy. Keith is an Alley House, a non-profit organization in Oklahoma designed to aid children with cancer. Of the charity, Keith said, "This is a special charity to me. I saw firsthand how a child with cancer diagnosis can devastate a family. Please join me in supporting this kid through the Alley House. We're gonna make it better for all kids." Kids from PSA for Little Kids rock national non-profit work to restore and revitalize music education for disadvantaged U.S. public schools. And as of 2015, Forbes estimated the kids' annual income is $53 million. It's sad that you are a millionaire and you had a stomach cancer. It's sad to hear that. Okay, here we go with Stuart. I'm getting tired, guys. Booking door nothing circle. Give me a second. Let me repeat this. Booking door neon circle and Wild West Show 2001, only 2002. With Jamie O'Neill, Amazon Drive. With Jamie O'Neill, Amazon Drive, Michael Flat, Select Dates, USO 2002, 13, 11 tour, visiting 15 countries and 3 naval ships. Saga Tour 2003 with Blake Stetson. Bedtown Town 2004. with Lone Star, Winston Wilson, with Charlie Brown, Terry Clark, Midtown, Town, to 2005, with Jody Messina, with White Trash, Money True, 2006. Give me a second. Need some water. White Trash with Money to 2006. Hooking Up and Hanging Out, 2007. With Miranda Lambert, Trace Hacking, George Gracin, Gracin, Big Dog Daddy to 2007. Excuse me. Big Barris to Kiss Me Again. How much stomach? American with the Montgomery Country and Taylor Cook. American Staffer Tour 2009 with Trace Akin. Also, Julianne Hug for a few dates. Toby Keith American Ride to 2010 with Trace Akin. Yamato. Look at Lori 2011 with Eric Church and JT Hodge. Live Override Tour. Baldy Gilbert, Hammer Down to 2013 Hammer Down with Kip Moore, Moore, Hammer Down only to 2014 with Kelly Picker, Ella Young Band. Shut Up and Hold On to 2014 with Quadford with the Kid, Good Time Pickup Line to 2015 with Al Young Band and Chris Johnson. Interrogate to 2016 with Eric Pasley, Pasly. Shouldn't Be a Cowboy, SSS 2018. The graphic to the album Toby Keith 1993, Moontown 1994, Blue Moon 1996, Dreamwalking 1997, How Do You Like Me Now 1999, Poor Machine 2001, Only 2002, Shock You Are 2003, Huntington University 2005, White Trash with Money, Big Dog Daddy 2007, That Don't Make Me a Bad Guy 2008, American Way 2009, Bully in the Gun 2010, Leslie Travin 2011, Hope on the Rock 2012, Drink Off at Work 2013, 35 Mile Town 2015, Best Way in My Pocket 2021. Okay. Completion album. Great Hit of Volume 1, 1998, 20th Century Master Millennium Collection, 2003, Great Hit 2, 2004, 35 Big Hits, 2008, The Bass Song, Christmas Album, Christmas to Christmas, the classic Christmas, and that was in 1995, 2007, 2007, both of this year. Number 1 single, Shouldn't Be a Cowboy. Who's that man? Me too. How do you like me now? Shouldn't kiss me like this. I'm just talking about tonight. I want to talk about me, my list, custody of the red, white, and blue, the angry American. Who is your daddy? Be on for my horses. Do with Willie Nelson. I love this boy. American soldier, whiskey girl, as good as once I was. Love me you can. She never cried in front of me. God love her. American Way, Made in American. Filmography, Broken British 2006. CMT Music Award 2003-2012. Co-host with Pamela Anderson and Christy Bell. Beer for my horses 2008. Okay. Now this time I finished with Covered Ted, or Covered Kid, autobiography. I must say to you guys, this has been a very long biography. I am tired. I've been more than an hour reading the autobiography. I hope you appreciate that. Sorry for my little mistake. The worst of me is that the screen went up without me even notice. Also my cough. Sorry for my cough. A little laughter it's okay, I think. So here is the background information about Toby Keith Kovo. His birth name is Toby Keith Kovo. Born on July 8, 1961, age 61, from Clinton, Oklahoma, USA, origin Mobile, Oklahoma, M-O-O-I-E, Oklahoma, University Country. Occupation singer, songwriter, actor, vocal producer, instrument, vocal guitar. Active 1993 to a person, label Mercury, Nashville, Polydora, AEM, Greenwork, Nashville, Sherdog Universal, formerly of Sherdog Nashville. Okay. Only you would like to go to his website is TobyKid.com. TobyKid.com. And that's it, guys. Thank you for listening to me, for viewing me. Like always, I would like you to pray for yourself, pray for your family, pray for your neighbor. Most importantly, they can be your family at one point or another. Pray for your country. Pray there will be no more pandemic, no more wars, no more diseases. And pray that this country gets on the track again like it should be.